Right, hello people, how are you all doing? So we just did the Saturday Skin Showcase. Right there we can see the Lumberjack pack. Thanks to SCM, it could track and see all those potential details. We saw this appear just a few days ago at the recent Rustore rotation, but don't need to worry about that now. We are here to talk about and discuss what we see right here. So the Rustore rotation has happened about 25, 26, no, almost 50 hours ago is the answer. So a more appropriate answer would be about 50 hours ago. Here's the skins. Let's discuss. So let's start with the Blackout Poncho. Gentlemen, that is looking a bit troublesome, and I literally just put out a video yesterday discussing that this is looking like it's following the trend that the Arctic Camo Poncho led to. Arctic Camo Poncho had 38,000 sales. In fact, I can just show you right here. Arctic Camo Poncho, 39,000 sales. Alright, so as more become available from, private accounts and whatnot, more and more are being seen. And the current price, 96 cents, very large quantities, big walls, obvious signs of resistance. The support is diminishing. It's disappeared. We had we had tons of buy orders here, and they're all disappearing now because the people trying to keep the price up are giving up. 755 of them on the market. This was expected. Far too many got bought. Oversaturation. Tons get flooded onto the market. Is this the future that we could potentially see with the likes of the Blackout Poncho? Well, I did say the positives in that video, that it is part of the Blackout collection. It very likely might get a boost in its value simply by being part of this collection. Now, in theory, I thought, okay, so it's selling for $2 instead of 99 cents like the Arctic Camo Poncho. Maybe there will be a filter to prevent too many sales. It's got almost 26,000 after about 50 hours. Oh dear. So after just over 2 days, almost 26,000 sales. That is a problem. And if it doesn't stop, we're going to end up at around 38,000 sales as well as the 39,000 like the Arctic Camo Poncho. But have you actually looked at the amount of sales that the other clothing and armor pieces had? Scroll. So the chest plate, 57,000 sales in the positive. Face mask, 56,000 sales in the positive. Pants, 32,000 sales. Hoodie, 33,000 sales. Guys, it might suffer in the short term for a reasonable amount of time, but it looks like it could easily flourish as time goes on. As silly as it sounds, yeah. Blackout Collection doesn't seem to be affected too badly, even though it sold a whole bunch of them. Not as much as the likes of the Whiteout Collection, for example. Whiteout has 80,000 each, and it never really progressed as an expensive set. All of the pieces don't really go higher than $5. But with the Blackout, they have gone up by quite a lot. And they did sell around 40,000 each almost in some cases. So on average, you could sit there and say 40,000. So the poncho, it very likely will not be becoming a profitable skin in the short term, especially with all the potential bad things coming up. But in the long term, it very well could go up in price. But why buy them for $1.99 when you very likely could probably pick these up for about $1.50 each? Save 50 cents and buy tons of them by just doing a $1.50 buy order. That's my approach for that. I can see it increasing in price as time goes on. I just think we're going to see quite a lot of them appearing on the market, much like the Arctic Camo Poncho again. If people don't try and boost the price, maybe it will be a bit more natural. Let's see what happens. But I am worried. I don't plan on buying any because we've clearly got a lot already. I'd rather just stick with the buy order. It is abnormal. I'm going to do the abnormal time advantage, see how much support it has throughout Thursday, then I would make a decision. But as of now, it's not looking pretty. Now the Bullseye SAR, as I said, from GXT Face, this is his second ever accepted skin. Now I did mention why would you want to buy another SAR skin if you've just recently bought a Blackout SAR. So for a very affordable $2.55, you can get a very nice, sleek, straight, simple design with a very, very helpful red outline for your aim sight. Super handy, super helpful. And remember what Mr. Micro said. It does have that weird white bit that's very visible and can be quite eye-catching. Blackout doesn't have that. It's got a very simple design, straight to the point, all good. Blackout probably is causing this to not get as many sales, but to many people, they probably just don't really see much else that they can buy. But I'll tell you something in a bit. So with this, I don't imagine it's going to be doing greatly. In fact, what I should have been looking at is all the recent skin prices for SAR. That isn't just the Blackout. Nightwatch down 22, JPEG down 33, Iron Wolf down 21, Skullkiller down 6. Again, how many are on the market? So this has 109, that's a perfectly average amount. JPEG SAR, how many of them are on the market? I do believe this has like 150 of them. There you go, 150. So yeah, these have like average amounts and they're suffering. But everything is starting to suffer at the moment. So if anything, these probably won't suffer in the good times. Let's see how things progress. But with that, I just wouldn't. I just don't think it's going to hold its price. So, no, it's not selling as much as. Okay, I didn't think this was going to be super popular because we've recently had the Blackout SAR, but it is the second highest selling skin. But with everything I'm looking at, it kind of just seems a bit slow for everything else except this. I wouldn't be surprised if we probably reach 20,000 sales for this, but I don't imagine it's going to last, and I don't imagine it's going to hold its price. That's my answer. Twisted Furnace. Nice twisty design, but it's fairly simple after that. And unless your furnace really stands out with its design or is super colourful and whatnot, it's most likely not going to flourish. Let's go take a look at all of the recent skins, and only the pineapple was in the positive. I would expect Snowman to start rising up in price as we hit November. Hint, hint, hint. But yeah, everything else, just not looking good. And that is fairly plain looking. And we've had some fairly interesting looking designs that weren't super colourful, but they suffered. Well, do you honestly think this is going to hold up well? I don't think so. Now, here we are with the storage room double door. I've mentioned this already. What was the last sheet metal double door that we had? That was the gingerbread. That was the Christmas skin. And before that, the Halloween skin. So there is a good potential that we're going to see some very creative ideas, some very potential double door creative ideas. Is it going to be sheet metal, wood, or armoured? Let's see. But I have seen quite a lot of double door skins appearing in previous holiday events, so I wouldn't be surprised if we might see another one. But if not, what's going to happen with this? Because at the moment, that is actually one of the cheapest. I should have done that. I should have checked the cheapest prices. So, because we haven't seen a double sheet metal door skin in such a long time, people bought out the cheaper ones. So this was being bought out. This used to sell for barely just over $1. Now it sells for $2. But as time has gone on, because there weren't any other cheaper options, they bought that one out. And they bought this one out. And they probably bought and kept the Christmas one out. Because, again, what else is there to pick? So most of it is in the positive. But will it last? If we did see a whole bunch more double door skins being accepted, it probably wouldn't. But yeah, we probably aren't going to be seeing much sheet metal double door skins for a while. This has only sold 9,500 after 48 hours. I honestly don't think there could be problems with it. I'm looking at it and I think, alright, Mr. Micro did raise a point. You don't want to give away where you're hoarding your stash. But, again, I could still see it flourishing. It's still a fairly decent, simple design, but it also glows in the dark. It can be helpful. And again, you could just put them everywhere around your base and trick the people trying to raid you. Oh, it's surely through this door. Oh, look, there's a trap. It shot you. Shotgun traps just hit you. Stupid things like that. I could imagine people might want to use these for traps and whatnot. Maybe. We'll see. But remember what I also said. We don't know if this door collection is going to get any more double doors. We won't know until we actually see Monday, when we see what else might be coming out. But we were expecting a single door. Let's be prepared for anything. So we might see a new double door for this collection. Let's just see how it plays out. Secret recipe satchel charge. Guys, secret recipe is flourishing. No, the bucket is being pumped. The satchel charges, as we discussed, all the recent ones, how have they been performing? Down 50%, down 30%, down 47%, down 35%, down 6%. Okay, right, so we're noticing a trend here. None of them are going up in price. This is a problem. Indeed it is. So, yeah, it doesn't look like people really care enough to skin their satchel charges, but there is one potential positive that I could bring up, and that is this satchel charge skin isn't getting as many compared to the rest of them. Again, it's only been 2 days, but keep an eye on the amount of sales and see what happens from here on now. But I think this is just a case of there's no demand. Do keep an eye out for it. Do be aware that it could easily drop down in price. It's 99 cents, but even then we're not seeing that many sales. I don't know what to think, but I don't think so. Anyway, Obsidian Python. So I did show it off. It does glow in the dark. Yep, that's his name, Mr. Neville. Now, he has made other skins. I don't know what's going on there with SCMM. It does glow. Is it really going to help you? No, we tried. It doesn't help. It's not useful. So, how have the previous revolvers performed? Not very well, as we can see. Down 45%, down 11%, down 1%, down 46%, down 50%. Now, that one's doing perfectly reasonable. This got pumped up. It had hardly any sales and people pumped it up. If we go check the Steam market, there's only 19 of them on the market. And this guy, he bought out a ton of the stock, and then he kept a higher buy order up to try and support it. Where's the buyout? Oh, you can see it right there. The buyout was right there. Someone bought out like 40 of them. Yep. And it rose up in price with such a sheer amount of quantity being bought out. I don't think that Python's going to be doing alright. Now we've got this Thompson. And I've always said, many, many times in the past, Thompson skins tend to be very, very reliable. When times are okay or very nice, Thompson skins flourish. Unfortunately, with the most recent Retro Blast Thompson, it has suffered. And this is something that we're going to have to be prepared for now. We are going through the bad times, prices are going down, Thompson skins will be affected as well. But so as long as the Thompson still keeps its position as one of the most used guns in game, with high gun demand comes high skin prices. Well, actually, let me reiterate that. With high gun demand comes high demand to use the skins, which then brings higher skin prices. Sound good? So, I think this is going to suffer for a while. This likely will suffer as well. We've got to keep an eye on the amount that sell. This is looking like it's going to sell more than that. So I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up like the Retro Blast Thompson as well. But, as I said, as time goes on, it's very likely these two will end up in a positive at some point. Post-Christmas time, most likely. But who can really wait that long? We've got another 3 months to go, almost. For these to finally become positive, that's not going to be fun, is it? Who's going to want to wait for that long? Most people don't want to wait that long. So, good for a buy order. But I do imagine this would be perfectly fine in the long term. And now we're sitting here with the hunting assault rifle. I'm just keeping an eye on what people are asking. Yeah, Hyper, this glows. This glows, but it doesn't really help out that much. Me and Mr. Micro did a bit of a showcase. We showed it in the dark. The outer parts of it, the shiny rims, ripples, they shine when you look at it from the side, But when you're at night, you can kind of see the tips of them on the side, but it's not enough to really help out your coordination and shooting and whatnot. So it's nothing to really fuss about. Just helping out someone in chat, that's all. So yeah, hunting assault rifle. So I wanted to show off this. So yeah, this is glitched. That's not actually part of this collection. It's just hunting rifle and hunting assault rifle. So that's the L96. Mr. Micro showed that off earlier. Now, this is what I was trying to talk about. How many AK skins do we have, gentlemen? Gentlemen, how many AK skins do we have? Has anyone ever bothered to just sit down and count all of them? There is quite a lot. If I were to just scroll down... Yeah, there's a lot of them. And with all the newest ones, is any of them in the positive? No! These have all gone down to metal prices. People are converting all of these into metal. Desert Raiders AK, down 53%. 8-bit AK, down 62%. Retro Blast AK, down to $1. Unfortunate, but that's exactly what's going on. They did not have the support. We have far too many AK skins coming out. If we keep seeing another AK skin appear every other week, people aren't going to be loyal to their AKs. They're most likely going to throw them away and grab the new one. And when a new one comes out, they throw away the old one, get the new one. And then when the new one comes out, again, the process just keeps repeating over and over again. And they tend to be doomed to become metal fodder. They get scrapped for being turned into metal. And with that, we might see the quantities go down because of that. Keep an eye out, because it could end up becoming valuable, because if people deleted the vast majority of them to turn them into metal, then there's a lot less of them in circulation, which would mean it could then become profitable. A weird circumstance, but that can happen and probably has for many older skins in the past. So, this AK, we seem to have some fatigue with so many skins coming out just this year and every other week and whatnot. It's probably going to suffer, and we're probably not going to want to touch that. We probably don't want to buy it. Not a good possible investment. So this, in the long term, looks like it'll be okay based on what I've seen with the rest of Blackout, but in the short term, no. Much better off as a buy order. This, I just don't see holding its price. All the recent ones haven't done a very good job, other than Blackout, and Blackout's only ever so slightly above its rest of price. In fact, how many of them on the market? That's actually something I want to bring up. I should have mentioned this. Show me the Blackout. So, 107. No, that's perfectly fine. A reasonable amount are currently on the market, around 100. There is some signs of resistance, some walls, but the support is there. This sold for what price? $2.49. The support goes all the way up to about $2. Yeah, no, that'll survive. That'll be good. And when we hit the post-Christmas time, the great time to sell, that's probably going to be selling for maybe $3 or $4. We've got loads of people playing again around Christmas time. I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, there is a positive at the end of this year, but we've got quite a long ways away until we get to it. So chat, honestly, all of this, I wouldn't be surprised if all of it goes below its rust door price. With this AK, if it sells so very little, could it be manipulated in the near future? Maybe, but it's not something to rely upon. And it's only 2 days. This could easily go up to about 15,000. So let's just wait and see. Any other questions? Any other questions, gentlemen? Yep, you're very happy to see the hunting assault rifle for some reason. Yep. Alright, okay, I think we've got a nice wrap up. So, why don't we just take a real quick look and see the skins from the past week? And they are still in the positive. Let's see how long that lasts for. Let's go take a look at the first week of Complete the Sets. How well are they doing? Camouflage down 34%, camouflage vest down 24%, yeah, so kilts down 34%, that's down 24%, that's down 24%, Knights Templar down 27% face mask, Molten Visage Wood Door is suffering, that's suffering, yeah, we expected this, we expected potential suffering, and it's showing itself. Now, The main thing I'm a bit concerned about would be the pixel collection, because I did say we're probably not seeing some armour for a while, and the prices are... The support is keeping its price up, but how long will that last for? How long will that last for? Right. Okay, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down to about $1.30 at some point, these two pieces. But of course, if we see some armour being made at some point in the near future, it shouldn't be a surprise if we see the reactionary nature of the Rust economy and these suddenly go up in price. If we see a tier 3 or a tier 2 pixel armour pieces being made. Right then, gents. Oh, and both the boots are doing very nicely. These are up 21%, these are up 21% as well. Nice, very nice. So, chat, I hope you're enjoying yourself. We're about to do a big giveaway. It's my 700th stream. Thank you for watching, and have fun.